Hi, friends. This is Miss Jones, and I want to talk to you today about a digital resource that you may not be very familiar with. Today, I want to talk to you about Pear Deck. If you look at my screen, I have Pear Deck. It is an add-on through Chrome. So let's just get started. When I click on Pear Deck, over to the right-hand corner, there are different things. They pull up different slides that you can use to make your assignments more interactive. So template library, I'm going to click on that. And then you can see they have beginning of lessons. So they have bell ringers and do now. You could pick one and it's already ready for you. Just put in your information, but it's in a nice, fun, interactive way. Okay. That it just gives you different suggestions for what you can do at the start of a lesson. What did you learn from homework? Okay. So it has that feature. Now I'm gonna go back, and then there are during the lesson assessments, things that you can do. So this is during your teaching. All right, you can have this slide summarize what you have just learned, and they'll be able to type their responses in. If you want to do something really simple, have a true or false question for them, and it's just another way to keep the students engaged while they are learning. So here we have drag your dot to how you're feeling. So they can tell you, okay, I don't know what Miss Jones is talking about. So stop, I need help. Or, yeah, kind of get it, but I'm not really confident. And so they would just drag the dot to wherever they want it to go for however they are feeling. So I like that where they do a quick check of the students' learning. And then there is the end of lesson. Connect with your own life. So that would be with the text itself, text the world. um, what's something interesting you learned today? Can you relate this to something in your own life? Again, another check-in at the end of the day. How are you feeling? Okay. And circle. So there are different tools that are available for the students to use to answer those questions. If you want them to draw, if they're little itty bitties, um, you can have them draw or type two things you learned today, or they can reflect on the lesson. They can reflect on the lesson that was taught. Awesome. So there are a lot of choices. I'm just showing you a few, and you can go in and play around with it. But then we have here learning development, critical thinking skills. So let's look at consider different viewpoints. All right, my point of view, another point of view. I just love this site because it is just so informative. And then the colors and the different pictures that they have, it just brings it all to a well-prepared lesson. Step up to the solution. Let's say the answer to the problem lies at the top of a mountain. To get to it, there are many steps along the way. Try to identify the steps you'll need to take and the things you'll need to get to the answer. And so students draw anywhere on the slide. So whatever the topic is, how are they going to get to the solution? Or they can have, I wonder. We want to know what the students are thinking. If they have questions, I wonder what might happen if let's say someone is impeached from office. Or interpret. What do you think the author is trying to convey? Paste the image or passage here. I love it. You can draw your conclusions. What conclusions do you draw from this information? Or you can click explain, where the students are explaining how did you come to that answer, what evidence supports your idea. Okay. Also with Peer Deck, there is social emotional learning. All right, so they have different activities again. This one is titled Moment of Silence. As you come in, find your seat quietly and take some deep breaths to calm your mind before class begins. There's Miss Gail Brown. All righty, but here we have bucket fillers. Oh my goodness, we want to fill each other's buckets. What is filling your bucket today? And what's draining it? Okay. What's filling my bucket is that Peer Deck is free. um, Next, we have another slide regarding whatever the topic is. Describe a perspective different from your own. So these are all found under social emotional. We want to have active listening. And so you can just plug in the information that you want. Explain your perspective to your partner. Listen while they repeat back what you said. Do they repeat accurately? Rate the first try and try again. So all of this is just here ready for you to use. So that's a social emotional piece. I'm going to go back out again. And now I'm going to go to subject areas. So example questions. Use the word bank to label the diagram. Really? There's the diagram. Have them label the words. That is awesome. It's already ready for you. Draw a line from the images to the right place on the map. Okay, where's the ocean? Where's the swamp? Where is forests? Where are the forests found? That's a good social studies piece. This also shows you that you can use this with math. It's a graph for the students to complete the activity. Draw lines to match the image to the answer. So this is Spanish, and all I know that is rojo is red. So I would draw a line to match red to rojo. And so I'm going to come back out of that. So it can be used for everything. I really like Little Learners. They have like fill in the blank activities that you can put in. Fill in the missing letter. So we have a picture of a cat, act. So we know the letter that goes here is the letter A. It's already ready. And you can make more slides to go with it. It's very user-friendly, even for our little friends. Circle the items that start with B, and they are just able to use the tool and circle those items. So that's in Little Learners, and they have a whole bunch more. But then I like where you can get really specific. Oh, I want to do a science activity with my students. Okay. The periodic table of elements. It's right there. Imagine having to do this for homework, and here you have the table right in the presentation for the students to refer to. What about how to draw a hydrogen atom? Well, you're able to do that also in this presentation. This one's taking a bit longer to pull up. I'm gonna back out of science, and I want to go to ELA. Okay, so here we have a Venn diagram where we're going to compare and contrast. So that's awesome that they can do that on their own. Drag the dots to the noun. Okay. Which words are nouns? Okay, what is a noun? Have them answer that first. Okay, here we are. Here's a story map. So you've read a story. Okay, now go back and think about what we just learned. Fill in the setting, main characters, problem, main events, and resolution or solution to the problem. So, I really, really love Peer Deck. I hope that you will install this on your computer. And that is the end of my presentation. So when I'm finished getting all my slides together, and let's see, I'm going to put a text box, and I'm just going to say, I'm going to name this Hello Peer Deck. And of course, I'm going to add my Bitmoji. Let's see if they have any peers. Okay, and I'll just use this one. Okay, it doesn't want to come up, so we're going to leave it alone. And friends, that is the end of my presentation on Peer Deck. Enjoy. Please let me know if you have any questions.